Welcome back, class, to another episode of Chaos Films Teaches. Today we're going to be talking about math. So Chaos Films teaches math. In particular, we're going to look at writing expressions with variables. So the first thing that you need to understand whenever you're writing an expression is what a variable is. So a variable, a lot of the times, looks like a letter. And the reason that we use a letter in math is because a variable is a number that changes or that can change, and because we don't know what it always is, we replace it with a letter so that when we do know what it is, we can simply plug in where the letter is. So for example, if I wrote an equation and we needed to plug in a person's weight, not everybody's going to weigh the same. And so instead of putting, a new equation every time, we just write one equation and we would use a letter for the weight, maybe W. And anytime that we knew somebody's weight, we would plug it into where that letter is. And so that is what a variable is. Now, writing expressions means that we need to be able to translate some words into mathematical functions. And so what are some of those words, right? Well, the first thing that you need to know is what are some of the words that mean addition, right? What means addition? Well, some of the common words that you might see for addition are sum, right? More, okay, plus, and obviously there's going to be more, but these are some of the ones that you may see, right? Essentially what those mean is addition or adding, right? Another thing that we need to understand is what are words that we can use for subtraction, right? Subtraction. Well, what are some of the words that you guys can think of for subtraction? Well, what about less, right? Less means subtraction because you're taking away. Minus is subtraction. Take away, right? Take away. Difference. I don't know if you guys have seen this one, but the word difference. Difference is going to mean subtraction as well. So difference. And that those words, and obviously there are more, but these are some of the big ones, are going to mean subtraction. The next thing is multiplication, right? We need to know what some of the words that mean multiplication are. Multiplication. So you can say multiply. That's certainly a word that we could use. Times, you might have heard this one quite a bit. Times 5 times 3. Right? Product, the word product. Anytime that you see the word product, that's talking about a multiplication of two numbers. So for example, the product of 3 and 5 means 3 times 5. So these are words that mean multiply or multiplication. And the last one is division. Division. So what are some of the words that mean division? Well, divided by, or divided. Anything relating to a fraction is typically division. So anything about fractions, right? Fraction or ratio. Quotient is a big one too. If you see the word quotient, that is going to mean division as well. And so again, these are some of the big ones. These are by no means all the words, but these are some of the big ones that you're going to encounter. And when you do see words, you always want to think about where does it fit? Is it going to be addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, right? It's going to fit somewhere in this range. And then the last thing is, if you ever see this word is, is means equals, right? Equals. So the equal sign, right? So the equal sign. So anytime you see the word is, it means equals, okay? And so go ahead and take a look at these. Go ahead if you want to jot them down. But now let's go ahead and look at a few examples where we're actually going to write an expression, right? So let's look at the first one. Let's say that they give us the term or the expression 10 less than x, and they want us to turn this into an algebraic expression. So they want it to look more like an equation or an expression than just words. So the way that I approach these is I just try to write them exactly the way they sound, and then I mess with certain things, right? So I'm going to write the number 10. Then I see the word less. So what does less stand for? Well, when I think of less, I think of minus. And then it says less than x. So I'm going to put an x. Now there is one last catch. There's one last catch. Do you guys see this word than? Anytime that you see the word than, you are going to you're going to swap the terms. So for example, if you had these terms, you're going to swap where they are. So they would turn into b minus a, right? You're going to swap terms. So anytime that you see the word than, you're going to swap them. So in this case, because there's a word than there, I'm going to swap the 10 and the x, and I am going to end up with x minus 10. And that is going to be my expression, x minus 10. So 10 less than x is written in an algebraic expression as x minus 10. They mean the same thing. One is in words, one is in algebraic expression, right? So this is how you would do that one. So let's go ahead and look at another one. Let's say that they gave us the product of 2.5. And while you guys are doing these, if you guys ever want to pause and just make sure that you get an answer before you check to see what the real answer is, I would strongly encourage that, because that way you could see if you're doing it right. But again, this one is the product of 2.5 and a number t is 18. Okay, so they gave us a word problem here, and they want us to turn it into an algebraic expression. So again, I'm going to write it as I read it. So product, when I see the word product, I'm automatically thinking multiplication. So the product of 2.5 and a number t. So right off the bat, I'm thinking 2.5 times t. Times t is 18. Is, we said, means equals, and then 18. And that's it. That's my algebraic expression. 2.5 times t is equal to 18. And if you just wanted to write it as 2.5t is equal to 18, you could do that too, because we know that when a variable and a number are next to each other, then they're being multiplied, right? So this would be turning this word problem into an algebraic expression. Product of 2.5 and a number t is 18. 2.5 times t is equal to 18. Awesome. Let's look at another one. Cool. So this one is 5 more than d. They just want us to write 5 more than d as an algebraic expression. 5 more than d. So 5 more, when I think of more, I think of plus, right? And if I look at my list, more is under plus, than d. So I'm going to put d. Now, am I done? I'm not. And the reason I'm not is because there's this word than, right? Which means I need to swap my terms. So instead of 5 plus d, it's going to be d plus 5. And that is my algebraic expression. Cool? Awesome. I know you guys must be crushing it right now. So let's go ahead and look at one more. Let's do one last one together. Let's say they give us the quotient of 15 and y is 17. Okay, the quotient of 15 and y is 17. So I'm looking for keywords here. Automatically, I see the word quotient. Quotient means division, right? So the division of 15 and y is 17. So I'm going to do 15 divided by y because that's division. And then the word is means equals. So I'm going to do equals 17. And boom, just like that, we turned our word problem into an algebraic expression. Again, they mean the same thing. One is just written as an expression. One is written as a phrase or a sentence, right? And there you have it, guys. Again, the key is just making sure that you understand what words mean what, and then actually translating it into an algebraic expression by first writing it out as you read it, and then just making sure that you fix anything or you modify anything if the word than pops up, right? So awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. I hope you guys learned from it. If you guys like the content, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. We do put out new content every Monday through Friday, math and chess. So thanks for stopping by, guys, and until next time.